Check it out, Two Broke Twimbos. My name is Danny, that guy, aka Genius, aka the only guy, aka your girlfriend probably pities me.
She certainly does.
Aka Dan More. When you look at my body weight, more like Dan Less. What up?
What up, what up, what up? I'm Phil Chad, aka Pizza, aka Flame Floss, the big boss, baby, aka
Pizza P.
And this is season 2, well actually season 1.5 of Two Broke Twimbos. That's right. It's a little teaser episode before we kick off season 2. It's an interview we did towards the end of season 1, but sadly, because Dan decided to spend our internet money on a pie, we couldn't upload it. But we are back, rebooted and fully budgeted for this season.
May not be the whole show though, the internet might cut halfway through, so make sure you listen fast. As Phil says, this is just a young, it's like a filler atom. It's like the white creamy substance in between two Oreo biscuits.
What's that?
The first Oreo biscuit is season 1, the second one is season 2. And this episode, where we have some members of Showtime Records, is the filler. The 1.5, the in between.
So you are saying
Showtime
members are in between us?
Oreo biscuits.
Okay.
Yes.
I don't know what that is. I know 11 creams. Anyway, we did an interview with Reverb 7 and the Gore guy.
Yep.
Interesting discussion. We spoke about Zimbabwean music,
the industry, Showtime, their plans, their music, what they're doing, and of course they've been following the music industry for ages, so they know what's cutting, they know the reasons why things are tight, etc., etc.
Yeah. You can also expect a cameo from T-Bass.
Yeah, he's gonna come in, T-Bass, and with his views of things in life
and his body order.
So check it out, enjoy it. Don't forget to leave us a comment if you find anything funny, anything stupid, anything you want to donate.
That's right. So don't forget to subscribe. iTunes, Stitcher, RSS feed, whatever it may be. Follow us on Twitter at PhilChad, at Danny That Guy, at Two Broke Twimbos. We need the support, please. Without further ado, here's the episode.
Another episode of Two Broke Twimbos. I'm in the studio with Phil. My name is Dan, that guy. And we have in the studio Reverb 7 and some other individual by the name of Gore. Hello, gentlemen. Thank you for joining us.
What's up? Hey, what up?
Just so you guys know what we're doing, this is Two Broke Twimbos, where the two of us who have no money and epitomize the struggle somehow manage to get people like you into the studio.
Not only in the studio,
what do you
we
mean
get them to
like
pick us up.
Pick us up first and then bring us to the studio so that we can interview you. Thank you for that, by the way.
We really appreciate it. For those that don't know, we had a little excitement on our way here. So as usual, we caught ourselves a $5 taxi.
I don't know why Phil calls it excitement. It's everyday life.
That smell, that smell like your grandma's wet dog.
It's the smell of a $5 taxi, pretty much.
$5?
Yes.
It epitomizes the struggle.
I didn't know that you're big.
I think the seats were made of smelly socks. Yeah.
Well, we paid $2 for the taxi.
No, okay, how?
Well, you see what happened was, on the way here, it ran out of fuel.
Akuda.
And I was like, chance given. I ain't paying for this, let's go.
So, can we borrow $2 for the taxi?
So that actually ran out of fuel.
On the way here.
That is cool.
Maybe if you charged more, you might be able to afford fuel.
So cool.
Yeah. And then we had to holler at John to pick us up for his own interview.
Guys,
using the taxi driver's phone.
It's 2014, guys. Let's just say Reverb 7.
Oh, yeah, by the way, he's an artist, huh?
He is an artist. We have in the studio Reverb 7. Now, Reverb 7 is a DJ and a producer and a really tall person.
Yeah.
Quite tall. A lawyer.
Yeah. And he's dressed like he just came from a Matzibaba prayer session.
Do you want to talk about that real quick?
No, it's okay. Let's move on.
Meanwhile, Gore is dressed like he's still shooting the Christmas card photo.
But that's not a reboot.
That's true, man.
Look like
we bring out the best in fashion right here, man.
That's
that's how we roll, man.
Everything.
Pets are number 2, we die.
Headguts is what we call it.
Yeah, standard.
Alright, so Reverb 7 has just released his album. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that album? That's great. Now moving on to more important issues.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, bruh. It was interesting working on that album. It was actually, like, we recorded a lot of it in 2012. I think we only did like 4 songs in 2013, that kind of thing. Like, it was literally just taking stuff from 1992 and releasing it, just because we hadn't released it yet. So, yeah, that kind of thing. A collection of singles that we had done.
From 1992.
Yeah, 2012. You know, the same thing.
Give or take.
Give or take 2 decades.
Plus or minus.
Yeah, okay.
Alright, dope. Okay. The people that you worked with on that album, you've been working with them since 2012?
Since 2011, actually. Except for Adiona. Adiona, she's the new friend. I started working with her last year, sorry.
Okay, so the name of the album is Friends Season 1, yeah?
Yep.
I was expecting to hear a cameo from Joey, maybe something from Rachel, Chandler.
Something corny from Ross.
Yeah, we couldn't get a hold of them.
Really?
So, yeah,
Okay.
we just did what we could.
You could have at least sampled the theme song, bruh.
Yeah, that's a lawsuit waiting to happen.
That being said, I thought we were friends.
We are.
So,
Season 1 isn't. Season 2 is coming.
Oh, so we're the Season 2 of Friends.
I really don't think so. But
Maybe 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Maybe if we do 25.
Definitely season 5. Definitely.
alright, so tell us about the recording process. How was that, bro?
Okay, what actually happened was we just get in the studio, I'll play a beat, people would write and record. That was it. Like, we didn't actually have, like, when we were recording, we weren't saying, we're going to make this a Friends album or whatever. We were just recording for the sake of recording. So at the end of the day, like, there's still a lot of songs that we still haven't released that are just there. That kind of thing. So we decided to put together a compilation and release as Friends.
I got a question. You don't have any vocals on this album.
No, I had a cold. It was weird. Every time we were recording, I had a cold.
I see.
I was actually supposed to do the lead in some of the songs. But, yeah, I had a cold.
Have they checked out?
You don't have any
Yeah. I'm cool now. This year, you're going to hear me.
Okay, cool. You have any vocals in any of the songs that you've done?
None of them.
Okay. How long have you been doing music?
20 years.
Yeah.
How old are you?
Give or take.
So since 1992, basically.
Yeah. I was a rapper in grade 7.
Okay.
And then that died. Form 4, we did the food album with Tags.
A horrid.
I think we should.
Oh, the food album. That was a classic, yo.
That was a horrid.
All I need is one bite.
That was actually where everything started.
Won't give me Fanta. They said they'll give me Coke instead.
Oh, I don't even know those
Singing,
lyrics.
eating pies, about to fall over and beg. I'm so weak, can't even feel the power in my leg. Why did I leave home without eating? I'm so weak, can't even feel my heart in my chest beating.
Hey, how did you hear that?
I look across the road. I see my cat John. Hey, John, he gives me a bun. This is my food. I'm going to eat till the death of it.
Hey, who's Johnny Blazo?
I've got no idea.
No, because the copy I had, right?
Hey, wait,
it had a hidden track. That Johnny Blazo goes Dodino Flota.
That wasn't us. I swear, that wasn't us.
Hey, where
I don't
did you
even
get the
know.
copy?
Dude, where did I get my copy from? I got mine from Tech, I think.
No, what year?
Dude, this is like 2004?
When did you get yours?
Must have been before that, maybe like 2000.
So you actually knew about this thing before this year?
We just knew some stupid kids from Gateway.
Before 2012?
Made some crazy album.
Yeah.
You know?
That's ridiculous.
That thing traveled, man. So you guys made the food album?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
Wow, we're breaking news here on Two Broke Twimbos.
No, it was
Nobody
Simba,
knew
Simba
this.
Tags and Reverb.
Stop snitching, though.
Coke,
And Simba.
give me Fanta, bring it with a straw.
Oh, no, Simba
Actually-
didn't get out of the thing.
That album got me through my hard times.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What do you mean got you through? It's going, helping me through it right now, bruh. Nah, that was a good album. I think I still have it in my iTunes. Hold on, let me check.
Please, can we not do this like ever? You know, there's some things you do as a kid Yeah, they just remain as memories. You don't want to hear them again. And stuff
No,
like
I need
that.
to phone someone. I'm sure someone has this.
Now we'll get it. I know where to get it from. Don't worry, guys. Two
What a
Broke Twimbos.
classic.
We're gonna give you exclusive
Yeah,
access.
we're gonna upload that album. It's gonna be available on Pirate Bay,
No, you
Mediafire.
can't do that to me.
iTunes, Amazon.
You honestly
everything.
can't do that to me. Like, please.
All right, cool. So this is where I'm driving at. You haven't done any vocals since, of course, the Food album, which was a classic.
Actually, after the Food album, I dabbled in a little gospel rap.
Wobble?
Yeah. I was a rapper. Pretty laughing, yeah. I actually was a gospel rapper. Recorded an whole album.
What was the album called?
I don't even remember.
God album.
I did not know who posted his did rap. I did not know that.
I don't even remember what it was called. I remember there was one good song on the album.
What?
The rest of the album
How'd you define a good gospel song though?
No, as
It
in,
was spiritual.
no, like just in terms of the quality, the message, and everything like that. Everything else was pretty shallow, you know, for like a 17-year-old who. I mean, I went to church a lot, but I wouldn't really pay
Clearly, you're
attention
not
and stuff
very
like that. I
interested
was
in church because you made the Food album.
That was a very spiritual album.
spiritual.
That was a demonic album. Really? because it was just, I don't know.
The album took you places. I think it was very.
I mean, you should put that on his bio. That should be on his CV.
I don't think so. No.
Started at the bottom, now we're here.
Sure. That is definitely the bottom. You can only go up from there.
Okay.
So yeah, after that, I just decided to do production because it was getting tough to write gospel lyrics, you know.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm just, for example, Eminem put vocals over a Dr. Dre beat, and it was Eminem's song.
Yeah.
Then along came 50 Cent, and he put vocals over an Eminem beat. It was 50 Cent's song.
Yes.
So how are all these your songs when you're just doing the beat? What happened to the vocals?
Okay, think of it like this. You have Nicki Minaj who'll come and put vocals on David Guetta beat. And it's a David Guetta song. You know? Is this the agreement that you have?
Honestly, we do a lot of conceptualizing. So he makes a beat, and we do a lot of conceptualizing. And some things are his thoughts. So he
It's
tells.
just because he can't sing. So
He can sing.
No,
He
'cause-
really
'cause
can sing.
I'll have a cold at the time.
Oh, sorry. Because he has a cold. I mean, he can't
Yeah.
sing because he has a cold at the time.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So yeah. But if you look at the Friends album, nothing actually says featuring. It's always with. So it, for example, would be Reverb 7 with Courtney Usike.
Oh, I saw Courtney just now.
That kind of stuff. Yeah. So yeah. That's
Fun
pretty
fact.
much how it goes.
Fun fact. Okay, dope. All right, cool. We're just getting interrupted by T-Bass. Big up T-Bass!
T-Bass.
What up, bro?
I'm just making sure I'm not on air, though.
Nah, we just
This
recording.
monkey.
We're recording an interview.
that's
so-
the same. man.
Same to you, bro.
Hello. How are you? Good. What's up, man?
Where you going to?
Green, then blue.
Hey, bass, you know we're recording, huh? Please speak. Say something. Actually, say something.
Bless us with a few words.
You see me now?
Oh, and bass. Why are you smelling rosy?
Yeah.
Why you smelling rosy, Bass?
What do you mean?
He smells rosy.
No, I use this cologne called Decibel. It's for me when I'm going out.
Smell rosy.
Decibel.
Decibel, the stuff from
Decibel from Harare. Walking in the streets of Zimbabwe.
He smells rosy.
And I use all this shower gels and all that shit.
Hey! That's 2014 new things. Eh?
What is shower gel like, yo?
I've heard of that stuff.
Yeah.
GQ
One can
man.
only hope in dreams.
He's a GQ man.
One can only hope.
If she smells nice, you gotta smell nice too. You gotta make an effort. Yo, what time did you do? What are you doing at Groombridge?
I was actually playing touch rugby.
Huh?
Across the road, at Old George's.
Real men do not play touch rugby.
Do I look like the type of person who can play full contact rugby?
Look like you can run. Feel like it.
Okay, for me it was touch rugby.
Oh God.
Achibuda. Yeah. So you were saying that you guys do a lot of the conceptualization and so on. Do you do the songwriting as well?
Everything is pretty much teamwork.
So no.
No, we actually
we do.
some of the
Like,
songwriting.
in terms of everything.
Right.
Like, even when people are recording, we tell them, no, I want to try this. Obviously I have a cold, so I can't really. But, they get the gist of what I'm trying to say.
Alright,
That kind of
that's dope.
stuff. Gore will also come up with a few lyrics, concepts, advice for instrumentals and stuff like that. So, yeah. It's never really like a one-man thing. Usually whoever's in the studio is contributing at the time.
Right, dope.
What's your official genre?
I don't even know, bro. Like, this whole year I haven't even made a house beat.
I need to know what to save it as. I'm just saying, when I get your music.
No, you have to listen to it and then decide for yourself. Because I could release a hip-hop album, and then, you can't classify that as house.
Have you released a hip-hop album?
Yeah. there was a time when I was doing Reverb Wednesdays. Was that what it was called? And I flopped dismally. But I released like 3 house songs, then a hip-hop album.
Oh, wow.
Where I was actually rapping on the album. It was on a Yagi Dojo beat.
How did we miss this? We need to find this beat, yo.
I took it off SoundCloud. It's gone.
Yagi probably has it. That's all it Yagi.
He doesn't. His laptop crashed, unfortunately.
Sabotage.
Yeah, it's a tough year.
So you spoke about the beat production. How do you make beats? Like, what's the process involved in creating a beat?
It's just trial and error. Like, generally, I don't have an idea. Like, for example, I can hear Violander playing in the background. If I'm to say I want to make a beat like that, it'll come up being the softest song you've ever heard. Something mellow and chilled. So usually I just do whatever. Like, I'll load an instrument and just play around on the keyboard until I come up with an interesting melody and then work from that. Like, I don't actually have a plan when I'm making beats. I'm just making.
I heard rumors that you're tone deaf.
Those rumors, they might be true, they might be false. I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know. It's like,
They're malicious.
I'm just saying, people would always come up to me and like, no. The thing is, Reverb is tone deaf, so it's quite amazing that he can make these beats. Like,
Well,
how does that work exactly?
a tone deaf producer, I don't know, you'd have to ask them to explain to you. And when they do, let me know also.
I guess it's like that deaf producer from back in the day, from Germany, whose name I can't remember.
Yeah, no, but I think you could hear before, then he cut his ear off later. Wasn't that the same dude?
Cut his
Whatever it
ear
is.
off.
Fan fault.
That's so professional.
Yeah.
So it smells rosy.
Heavy editing. All right.
This guy smells rosy.
That's heavy, man.
So it's gonna get dangerous. Bad dog.
All right. Okay. So that's Friends season 1.
Mm-hmm.
What was the album you did before that?
It was called Out of My Mind back in 5 minutes. Friends Season 1 is actually like a mixtape because I've been quiet for so long.
Okay.
I'm actually working on my second official album as we speak. Like, I'm conceptualizing right now.
Okay. By conceptualizing, you mean you're finding people who can sing, or
Exactly.
nice.
Yeah.
All right, dope. Okay. So I mean, like, what's the difference between Out of My Mind back in 5 minutes and Friends season 1?
Out of My Mind back in 5 minutes was very experimental. Like, I've progressed a lot since that time. Like, my beats are now better, I think. Some of the songs, like the writing has improved. The vocalists have all improved. Yeah, that time I was just trying to make house because I liked house at the time. I didn't actually understand house. So the fact that it actually had quite a impact on the market in Zim was amazing, but still, you know.
So is the fact that you say the vocalists have improved and the fact that Vimbai is not on this project a shot at her?
Shots at the mind. That's what it sounds like.
There are lots of artists who are on season 1. I mean, who are on Out of My Mind, Back in 5 Minutes, who are not on season 1, simply because they just weren't in the studio.
So is that why it's improved?
No, as in, like if you think of like Fungai Nengari, who was
are you trying to say you're better than MMT?
Actually, it sounds like he understands sounds better.
Okay.
We've been learning. That kind of thing.
It seems Showtime is very production heavy. Because, I mean, normally people have like one producer and then a whole bunch of vocalists. But, I mean, you got, what, 3, 4 producers?
Yeah, we've got 3 producers. But everyone plays their part. Like for example, Fungai plays the guitar. So he'll come and help with production every now and then. Gore will come with a melody. Tina will come and sing a melody also, that kind of stuff. So, yeah, we are production heavy, but we also have to give credit to our artists. Like, they're heavy. They're serious.
What artists are on Showtime? What artists? What are these?
We've got Simba Tags, 025, Courtney Rusige, Fungai Nengari, Tina Masawi. I don't know if I should classify myself as an artist, but I guess Reverb 7, even
gospel
Dutch
rapper /
He paints pictures.
Yeah, there's also Dutch. That's Showtime.
What exactly is Showtime?
It's a stable, a group of people who've just come together to make good music.
Oh, okay.
That's Showtime.
Right, so it's very like an actual record label could come and poach one of you guys off or something.
It would be very difficult
Or a
to
manager.
do so. Yeah, I know someone who tried
I know of someone too.
and failed.
Who's in the process of, quotes, trying.
But yeah, we are more about the music. Like when it comes to the administration and stuff like that, we've got another arrangement with other people who sort that stuff out. So we just try to focus on the music as much as possible until stuff is ready for release. That's when we move on to the next phase. But Showtime as itself are the music.
What does Gore do? I've always wondered. Seriously, I mean.
Over to you, Gore.
You don't really sing or make beats.
I do a lot of things. I'm not working right now in terms of writing. In terms of recording, I'm not recording. But I am a recording artist. But at the moment, I'm working more on the business side of it. And I also help most of the artists, sometimes with the songs.
Yeah,
Concepts.
Production.
Beats, production, everything.
Cool,
Right.
cool.
Yeah.
Plus, he also comes out with great trivia questions.
True. The geo trivia is important for any stable, any group of artists.
I mean,
No, look, I'm an exceptional personality.
But then if you think about it, like in every studio, there's always a guy who's just hang around. And no one really knows why they're there. But they're just,
it's part of the clique.
Yeah.
You know?
you gotta have an entourage, man.
I
Otherwise,
just chill and watch people do what they do. And I just, watch. Don't do anything, really.
That's dope. Okay, let's talk about, aside from making music, you guys are always regularly organizing events to showcase your music. For example, your acoustic nights, various events that are classified as a Showtime event. Mm-hmm. Right? What's the purpose behind those?
We're just trying to get as much exposure as we can, because it's generally tough in Zim. Like, we're just trying to make people believe and get to the point where people will actually be willing to buy our music. You can't just come out as an artist and say, hey, buy my music, when people will be like, we haven't really heard much of your stuff, that kind of thing. You have to convince people that it's worth buying. So we organize these shows so where people can actually see the artist perform and interact with the artist and stuff like that, because everyone has a dope personality at Showtime. So people generally tend to actually like the personality more than the music, which is pretty weird.
It's understandable.
I don't know. I guess. I don't know. So, yeah. We organize these shows to let people actually experience everything. But people only see the half of what Showtime really is, because Showtime, people are crazy. Everyone in Showtime is actually some sort of psychopath. Except me, of course. I'm like the normal one.
That sounds like an eyewitness account after Geo goes haywire. I knew he was a psychopath from day one.
No, but 2014 is going to be a big year. So, yeah. Watch. It's a very big year.
How?
I don't want to spoil whatever's going to happen. It's going to be a big year. Just watch.
Drop an exclusive on Tube. Something. Give us something.
Exclusive. He'll drop a single off his new project. No, but wait. But listen, his project is ridiculous. His project now is ridiculous. It's insane. Seriously.
like he's grown a lot. It's ridiculous.
All right, okay, no, that's cool.
All right, Reverb, you spoke about making your fans pay for music. Obviously, we all know the troubles with Zimbabwean music industry right now.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to paid music. If you're not making sungura, if you're not making gospel, you're not really making any money. How do you feel your music compares to South African music, and what do you think we need to do to fix things here in Zimbabwe?
I think with piracy right now, the world's at a point where people generally are not going to buy music. Yeah, like, for example, if you release an album and you sell it, if you're a well-known artist, you are going to get some sales. But truth is, 3 people are going to download it, put it on the internet for free, and then everyone else, like, okay, let me not say anything that'll get me into trouble. But yeah, so what's happening now is, even with like Sungura artists, as you mentioned, they actually make their money off shows. So in terms of, like, would you, like, something that ask yourself, would you pay for a show for an artist that you haven't heard of? That kind of thing. So
I couldn't if I wanted to.
Exactly. You know, especially with the struggle that everyone's going through these days in terms of cash flow shortage and stuff like that. So we're just trying to come to an understanding. We do sell CDs, but like, for example, Friend Season 1 was available for free download, but the physical copy of the CD we were selling, and we actually sold quite a few because people were actually saying, we believe in what you guys are doing, we're trying to support you.
Let's talk numbers.
Quite a few.
Quite a few, like
What numbers?
10,000.
What numbers is he talking about?
I mean, how many CDs?
Downloads, CDs.
How many CDs? Yeah.
CDs given out, CDs bought. What?
Whatever numbers you can give me, man. What do you got? Like, how many CDs did you make?
300.
300?
We gave out about 100 for free.
Yeah.
We've got like maybe 20 left.
So you sold about 180 CDs.
Yeah.
Dope. Alright, cool. We see you.
A tad short of Beyonce's numbers, but we're getting
It's
there.
almost there.
That's right.
It's the smidgen.
What's a couple of decimal points between friends anyway? Alright, cool. So what's the plan to make money then? Right, you said shows.
Shows. We're trying to do shows. We're trying to get to a point where we're big enough to actually get endorsements, because that's where a lot of people get money from, endorsements. Also through features, and like for the artists, through features, because artists have to pay other artists to feature. Well, that's the general rule, but you know, things in Zim. For the producers, we're trying to sell our instrumentals also. So there are a lot of, we're also looking into getting merchandise done for Showtime generally. So there are a lot of avenues that we are going to be expecting money from, especially this year.
What do you want?
Money.
Even if you have $1, my man. that would really
No,
help.
what do you want from Showtime?
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yes, what do you need?
A job.
What do you want? I see it.
I can be the hype man, I can sing, I can dance.
You need someone to take the CDs to the streets.
Hey, look,
You know
a
what I
lot
mean?
of Windies.
Hey, look, I said, okay, let's be realistic here. What do you want? What do you expect from us?
What do you think we should do?
Yeah.
So that's another thing that we're trying
What
to
do
do at
you want?
You know
Showtime.
what I want? I'll tell you what I want. I want to be able to switch on Trace, MTV, Channel O, and be proud to know that, yo, we had an interview with those guys, and their song is number 3 or whatever it is. And that's how you're going to get what you want.
Do you believe in us that much?
That was being very hypothetical.
No, I understand that. Do you believe in us that much?
I think you got good artists. I think you got good producers. I think you could do that. I saw, for example, it was a couple of years ago now, but Simba Tag's video for Stronger.
Yes.
That got quite a few spins.
So Gio mean mugging on the rooftop.
Rooftop. Listen, I want to tell you guys something. If you're all going to be mean mugging and trying to look gangster, don't go all fresh haircuts and clean.
That was easy.
Wearing nice clothes.
That was easy.
No, but on a serious tip, Faze, following on that point, yeah, we do believe in you. Personally, I do. But I'm actually disappointed because, in my opinion, Tags dropped the mixtape of the year.
The mixtape of the year. What was the mixtape of the year?
Black.
Oh, that was the mixtape of the year?
For me, like, in terms of the music that was mixtape of the year, I don't know if you guys remember, that broke my website.
Yeah, I remember.
Okay, wait.
That day, it broke. Nothing has ever done
Wait.
that.
But do you mean the mixtape? Is that the mixtape of the, like, every genre?
I'm talking about Zim music, mixtape of the year, hands down.
Okay, what comes after that?
Jeez,
Every genre.
Every genre. Let's see. Hot mixtapes this year. There was
that
Black.
Hulu item.
Hot mixtapes. You definitely have to say Black. Follow that up. Abnorms.
And Dutch?
That was an
about
album. That's it. His an album.
Okay, projects.
Project.
Okay, the best projects of the
If we're
year.
doing projects, then we got to start including.
Everyone, include everyone.
Alright.
I want to know what
That's
you guys
a-
think.
But then, okay, we got to say Dutch. Obviously, tags. Your item, friend season, killer.
Would you put? Is that in order or is just?
I'm just listing random. There's
Okay,
no specific order. That Ja plays a DVD. It's not like that. That album was killer. That Ja plays a
Okay.
DVD was a killer.
Feeling Ain't Fair.
That's an album. But yeah, okay.
No, it's a project.
Actually, as a project, Feeling Ain't Fair was a disappointment to me. It was a slight disappointment because it was there was a lot of haphazardry. Is that a word?
What do you mean?
For example, track 3 is my Drinks remix, but there's no new J Brown verse on it. On an album.
It's pretty much the same.
It's pretty much a bootleg
Oh, okay.
remix.
Okay.
And what's he doing at track 3 of an album?
I think Feeling Unfair was. That was a dope.
There was a lot of elongated
That was
beats,
a
like
heavy
Happy
project.
was released 3 years ago. They put it was supposed to be their opening single. Feeling Ain't Fair was supposed to drop last year and got pushed back a year.
Yeah.
And
You're talking Samantha. You're talking technicalities. In
No, but wait.
the actual project.
But
without
wait.
When it was dropped.
Exactly, but
whatever.
wait. Don't you? Feeling Unfair was heavy.
no, it was good. I don't
Okay,
like it was
okay,
good.
okay,
but
cool.
Few Kings have put the bar up here,
Okay.
and the project they released wasn't at that level. I
This
could-
is audio, bro. We can't see where here is.
my hand is above my head, okay, and now that's
Slightly
up there.
30 centimeters above his head.
Yeah, okay. Now we drop it slightly below.
to his head.
Yeah,
now.
that is where it was at.
Okay.
I could even argue that Black as a project was better than Feeling Ain't Fair. Dutch's album, that's what I like. Dutch's album had bangers. This dude's album, Friend Season, has bangers.
What did you like from both? Like from Feeling Unfair, Black, and Friends Season 1. Like your each song from each album, from each project. Like your best song from each project.
That joint with Courtney.
Which one? Courtney had a lot of 3 songs.
Yeah.
Courtney had 3
Hold
songs.
on, let me check my iTunes. I'm spacing on the name.
I think the main
But,
one that you guys are pushing, the You and I.
That's the
You
one.
and I.
You
That
and I.
was the best song on the project.
That was a killer.
Okay, and on Duchess?
On Dutch's album, I'd have to say Make Me Proud.
Okay, and then on Feeling Unfair?
Feeling Ain't Fair. Ironically, the last song that they did an hour before they released the track, I say Hapana is a banger.
Okay, and
Hapana
on
is a
Tag,
banger.
on Black?
And I was with 10 like a few nights ago. Name drop! And it was playing in the club. The response was ridiculous. That's a killer. Besides that, my Drinks, when it came out, wasn't a Few Kings track. It was Jay Brown on a Take 5
Okay.
beat for The Morning Glory.
Okay.
Then
Okay.
10 just...
and on Black?
Black had so many bangers, bro.
No, why you're one item?
Black had so many bangers.
You're one item. No, I'm gonna ask you, but I want to know him.
Okay.
Black, I'm trying to think, like, my favorite song of Black.
One item, your favorite, not your favorite, the production wise, whatever, the thing that you think, okay, this was the dopest track.
Kalife should have pushed.
That's a
Kalife
dopest
should have
track.
had a video.
Okay, so that was the dopest
should have
track.
had a video.
And MMT was heavy.
Yeah, MMT.
MMT was heavy.
Marcus
was heavy.
was also heavy.
Marcus is heavy.
Marcus
and
hasn't
yeah.
had an album yet.
He's just had a
No, I'm saying, but
Yeah, we're talking tracks. Isn't it?
No, we're talking projects. We're
okay,
talking projects.
MMT.
MMT, I
was
still
heavy.
haven't listened to the album. I'm still waiting. Supremo,
MMT
if
is
you're
heavy.
listening, I do not have the $3. I want to support you guys with that broker.
No, but no.
Dudes will see
MMT was heavy. MMT was heavy.
No, but MMT, they changed the game. We're actually having this argument a few days ago, and we're like, real talk, in 2013, producer of the year, based off changing the game completely, has to be Young Nash. Without a shadow of a doubt.
Young Nash is a beast.
Because up
he's
until
serious.
Wake Up
That's
came,
my-
when Wake Up dropped, it changed everything
Young
about Zim hip hop.
Nash is a beast.
You guys might want to hate on MMT and hate what they're doing, but when that Wake Up joint dropped, it woke everyone up. People were like, damn.
Yeah, what it did was it brought attention to a lot of stuff, especially in Zim hip hop.
Yeah.
That I feel like it was necessary for hip hop. I don't necessarily agree with the way they did it, but I'm happy that they did it.
Yeah.
I think though that his sound, I want to see how well he produces in terms of making other sounds. Because if he keeps making that same type of beat, it's
Oh
gonna
yeah,
be
no, he did that house song with Crimson. Crimson Blue, Juju.
Oh,
That was a dope track. That was a.
And by the way, Young Nash, if you're
track.
listening, stop rapping right now. Stop it. Nah.
Stick to production.
See,
fam. You're like the
he's
dopest
but he's
producer
actually pretty heavy. Okay, wait. Listen. People like certain things in music. Not everyone's gonna like what you like or whatever. So you can't say that because a lot of people do really like what he's doing.
Soulja Boy sold millions.
Exactly. You may not even like Soulja Boy, and I'm not comparing naturally to Soulja Boy, but I'm saying people have different tastes, and I think it's pretty dope. And for today's climate, I think it's pretty dope.
Yeah. So, as I was saying, we as Zimbabwean artists, I'm not an artist, but people within this musical sphere, people that care about Zim music, we need to figure out a way to make sure that the content we produce, the quality content we produce, is getting the same amount of traction as everyone else in the continent. Because you can't tell me that some of the nonsense that gets forced down our throat via South Africa, because they're the gatekeepers to African music. There's a lot of crap house out there, and you know it.
But how is South Africa the gate? How are they the gate?
Think about it. If you want to get a video, your music video played across the continent, where do you go? You gotta across the who owns the channels, the distribution channels? It's MTV Base, it's Channel O, it's Trace. Trace has two stations: South Africa, Nigeria.
The thing is based in South Africa, but the owners of
Everything is Nigerian.
The owner of
Yeah, but those are the gatekeepers. Like those are the channels you have to go through.
But MultiChoice is Nigerian.
But those are the channels you go through. It's like I say, South Africa, because that's a.
But if I wanted to, like, it's like me owning a company in South Africa. If you came to me with something, I would say, "Hey, bruh, I'll send it over and it's gonna work. I don't have to go to South Africa. You can come to me directly because I own it. Or you can go to, if you're in Nigeria, then I own MultiChoice. I'll say to you, look, I need Nigeria on the map.
Okay.
And I'll get that popping.
What I'm saying is, for us, geographically, is it easier for us to go next door and try push our stuff there when we know we can get the same traction as opposed to flying all the way to Nigeria?
Either way, you also got to know that programming that we're shown is different. Southern Africa gets shown different programming to Nigeria or the rest of Africa or Eastern, Western Africa.
But the one thing that's constant is MTV Base. It's a constant, so even if everyone sees it, regardless of wherever you go. So, and the person who owns the rights to all of that,
the person who owns is different from the person who decides what gets played.
Listen, if I want something to happen, I own it.
let me put it like this. I think we can't really blame South Africans for anything.
No, I'm not blaming.
Listen. I'm not blaming. Yeah, I'm just saying that I feel like the music industry is growing, and we're getting to the stage where we won't be able to be ignored. But we're not yet there. Even the quality of our music videos, if you compare to some of the albums that are being produced, like in South Africa, for example, this is not to say we are not progressing, because we've improved a lot, but we're not yet at that level. Probably this year we'll get there. That kind of thing. Yeah. So you can't blame them for. It's like, for example, a radio station getting a poor quality song. It might be the best song ever to come out of Zim, but they can't play it because of the quality standards.
That's never stopped Nigeria.
Nigeria is a different case.
It's the best quality.
That's half of Africa's population.
But wait, what do you when you watch MTV Base or whatever? What do you see? You don't see any South African music. There's only not any, sorry, but you don't see. It's mostly Nigerian music. No, there's nothing you're gonna see. And even the South African tracks, they're not even gonna. They'll never play.
There's a few reasons for that. Yeah. Nigeria's population, not only in Nigeria but in the diaspora. So that means you're catering to a very, very, very large market. Because at the end of the day, MTV Base, their mandate isn't to push our music. It's to push music that gets them viewers. Exactly. So they're basically pushing for eyeballs.
But the thing is, it's not, listen, you as a Zimbabwean may not even care about Zimbabwean music. Exactly. A lot of Zimbabweans don't even care. There are a lot of Nigerians who obviously listen to Rick Ross, Jay-Z, who are more than they listen to P Square or whatever the Nigerian guys they are. So that's not even in one.
No, but as you guys know, right?
I don't
even in Zimbabwe, there's culturally there's that sentiment, especially with our generation, where they'd rather support someone from outside than someone local. They'd rather.
That's true.
They'd rather buy.
You guys are wrong. That's not what it is. It's very simple. We're out here. I'm wearing a T-shirt underneath. Look what this T-shirt says. What does that say?
Support local music.
Yeah, that's what I'm wearing. It says support local music.
But you're wearing it underneath.
We're in the industry. To us, it's easy to say support local music, right? To the average person, they just want to buy what they like.
Yeah, but
And what they like is determined by what they see on MTV Base, what they see on Channel O, what they see on Trace, etc., etc. That's what's going to determine what they like, right? Of course, you're going to get a situation where they listen to Hapana or they listen to something from Reverb 7 and they're going to think, you know what, that's dope. I like that. But still, in the end, what they're going to spend their money on is what they're constantly seeing on MTV.
But, yeah,
if you guys want to reach that level, your music will appeal more to a Zimbabwean because it's made in Zimbabwe. It's going to have, maybe it's going to have Shona in it, maybe it's not. Maybe it's got a Zim flavor to it. But music, like any form of entertainment, because it's constantly in front of your eyes, that's what's going to draw you to it. Now, we're so quick and so eager to say, support local music, buy local. But the truth of the matter is, it's not up to the customers to decide to buy local. It's up to the people making the music to convince the customers that listen, buy this because it's better than Rick Ross or it's better than P Square or better than Dubanj or whatever.
Yeah.
And the only way you're going to convince them is if they see it regularly on the channels that they watch.
Not even just that, but work ethic.
Yep.
That's all it is.
No, but it's a chicken and egg situation as well. Because, like you guys say, if you guys are constantly producing quality music, but no one is receptive to it. Like, if you keep pushing it to the radio stations aren't playing it. Even though you know it's good music.
Yeah.
If you keep pushing it to the TV stations, and the program director isn't playing your stuff, and no one is seeing your stuff, obviously you're not going to get a return for your work.
It's true.
So, it's a symbiotic relationship. They have to come to us and say, okay guys, you know what? We realize Zimbabwe is a small market. Even like the multi-choice director comes and says, okay, fine, we know Zimbabwe is a small market, but we're going to do our best to serve you. Right now, on MTV, Channel O, MTV Base, how many Zimbabwean videos do you think are on rotation right now?
No. But
how many have you seen in the last 2 months?
But listen, I think that's a ridiculous thing for a person, for the director, whoever it is, to come to us. Because at the end of the day, listen, I have a product, right? If you may have the best chicken in the world, right? If you don't open a store, if you don't do whatever, no one is ever going to eat it. So what's the point? I can't now say I've got the best chicken in the world, but Dan must come to my house and eat it.
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is be open to the fact of trying new chicken. If you're busy eating urban Nigerian chicken, and you love urban Nigerian chicken, and it tastes great, and your family's getting fat, and I come with you Zimbabwean urban chicken, don't shun my chicken. At least try it. Yeah. If you don't like it, cool.
But
he's also not chicken. He's not the one buying the chicken. He's an artist, man. This is a multi-choice director.
What I'm saying is, it's a symbiotic relationship. Yes, we Zimbabwean artists need to play their part. They need to start producing quality content.
We need to do better.
That can't be ignored. But at the same point, even if you're making content that can't be ignored, it can still be shunned to a certain degree.
No, it's like any genre. Even in America, you like what this guy just like saying. Soulja Boy has some. A lot of people say it's crap music, but it's what's being played because he works hard for whatever he wants to do. Whoever wants their music played works hard. I go to MTV. I sleep outside MTV, and I tell them you're gonna play this music, regardless of whatever you do. You're gonna play my music. If I do that. You play my music. If it's good, you're going to play my music. If I stay there and do whatever, you're going to play my music. But if you are a person who makes heavy music and you go to MTV and MTV says this is crap and they throw it away, then you come back home and you're like, it's over. These guys are ridiculous.
No.
I can never, I don't think anyone can ever have an excuse for why they're not hot. You can never blame anyone. He has a support local music. That's someone else who's not who makes those t-shirts.
It's amazing.
Does he make music?
Doesn't.
No, that's a person who generally just supports music. Don't you think it would be it would be better if a person who actually made music was doing that? No one who makes music has the initiative to go that step further. If it's how does a person who's got nothing to do with the music industry come up and do something like that?
So what are you doing to get your music out?
That's what I said.
What are you doing? You've put a couple of albums out, a couple of mixtapes, a couple of mixes.
But that's we're now approaching it in a different manner because we've seen that general approach of going on Twitter or Facebook and saying, "Hey, download my new song." That's losing its appeal now because everyone is doing that.
Yeah.
every Zim artist is telling you to download. Like I get so many
Sniper
of them.
Storm
I
has
can't
never
even.
asked me to download music on
Exactly,
Twitter.
because
They're different markets.
All right, cool.
But not even because they're different markets. That's just because it's a person who. I don't think there's no point in. It's silly for a human being to think that, okay, I make dope music or whatever, or someone owes me something. It doesn't mean anything. Everyone's got the talent. Everyone's gifted in a certain way. You have to go out there and do that extra thing for
Get
you
what you deserve.
to get what you deserve. No one's going to give you whatever you want. You have to take what you want. So if you don't have the initiative to go out there and take whatever you want, don't ever complain. Don't even waste 2 minutes of your time complaining. You can spend 700 hours in the studio, fine. Spend 700 hours marketing, fine. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
Try something new.
Try something new. Don't then say
Don't give up.
these people are. This industry is messed up.
What are you going to be trying then, Reverb?
Different ways of marketing and appealing to the people. What I'm trying to do now is I'm just trying to get people involved in the music itself. Like, I don't know if you guys noticed what I was trying to do with Spring Season 1. I tried to get everyone involved by saying, submit pictures, be a part of the album cover, that kind of thing. So when the album's out, everyone feels like, ish, at least I played a part in doing that. Get people involved, make people proud of your product, that kind of thing. Work together with everyone else.
That's still very small scale, though.
It is, but we're working at it.
I feel like 2014 is going to be a big year.
Don't worry, we've got things in the pipeline.
Yeah,
Guys are just secrets.
like listen, if you give a lot away, it doesn't mean anything. That's why you don't know how people make Coke. You don't know that. You don't know how people make Nando's.
All right,
Actually,
I want to make a
YouTube.
suggestion.
Yeah,
Okay, and I think it all boils down to one thing.
yeah,
And that's viewing music as a business.
Yes.
and that's
It's not fun. It's not. Yeah, I know you guys want to keep true to your art and whatever. Nah, music is a business.
but that's why I said to you, 2014 is going to be.
So
a
in other
big
words,
year.
Reverb, because you want to stay true to your art, you should make your music. Let someone else handle the business. I'm dead serious, because you can't do both.
No, we're actually
I
serious.
agree with you 100%. Is there something else came to my mind?
One of them is going to be compromised.
It's like,
No.
remember that interview you had with Cheetah? Cheetah said that Zim artists are failing to utilize their entourage. Because overseas, this is what had happened. What did he use? He used Conscience as an example. He said like Conscience got 20 dudes
Oh,
in
he
his
was
entourage.
name dropping like crazy.
So he says like in that 20 man squad, like every man plays a role. So Conscience, his job is just make the music, perform at a show. That's it.
But people-
There's one dude whose job is to get him the weed. There's
listen-
one whose job to he just follows him with the camera, records everything. Then they decide this is the footage you're going to use on a video. This is the footage you'll drop on YouTube. This is the footage
But
you'll-
wait, you have to think about something. Be realistic. In this sport, this is America. In America, you can get
Jamaica.
You can get in whatever. They have money. Those people get 10,000, 20. Listen, they get there's a mark. They make money in that industry, right? If I
convince people,
not even that, but think about it like this: a normal person here in Zimbabwe, Harare, who's gonna have the time to come around with a camera or whatever? Who believes that if
We're not saying do exactly that.
No,
We're just
no,
saying
no,
that's-
what we're
that's
saying,
the template.
okay, this is what we're saying, right? If you approach it as a business, no, not even 20, just scale it down to one person.
Yeah.
You've got that one person in the squad. His job is to push the music. Reverb, your focus is pitching up at shows on time, doing your sets, making your beats, producing quality product. He then takes that product. His job is to sell it. Then if he's selling it and doing his job, both of you are making money, correct?
correct.
The
Then
problem is
the more that product grows and the more your popularity grows, then the larger your squad can become because you can sustain it. Correct?
Correct.
So then what is stopping us from doing that? Because
yeah, but
why Winky D does it?
but I just
Chapreza does it?
But wait.
Why can't we do it?
But wait, I just said to you, 2014 is gonna be a big year. I just told
got
you
things in the
everything is okay.
Oh, you guys are getting managers.
Okay, no, we're not speaking.
we
We're not
didn't say
speaking
that.
about
Listen,
Showtime
listen,
specifically.
man.
No.
We're speaking to artists, Zim artists in general. Whoever listens to this podcast,
Let me
everyone-
speak like from the artist viewpoint. Not to say what you guys said is wrong, because I agree with you guys 100%. But as artists, one thing that happens to every artist, the minute someone sees you've got talent, they're ready to exploit you. That kind of thing. And everyone would come to you with promises, oh, I can get you this show, I can get you these sales, I can get you to work with this person. At the end of the day, that doesn't happen. So at the end of the day, you're now thinking, I a lot more was moving when I was doing everything for
It's
myself.
like every job
No,
interview. You're gonna get someone who comes and messes up. You fire him. You get another one.
No,
You get
The problem is
the actual
the problem
correct
is
person.
for upcoming artists, you don't have people on a salary will actually do their job because they're being paid for that. But if you can't afford to give someone a salary, even if they believe in you, they've got to do their own hustles first. Secondly, at the end of the day, they're going to be like, this is for free anyway. So they're not going to give you the attention that you need, that kind of thing. Which is why a lot of artists have decided to do everything by themselves because they're seeing they're actually getting better results that way. Which is not to say that what you guys are saying is wrong, because I agree with you guys. But implementing that thing is a guan.
Hey, but,
It's all good.
listen, I want to know what your top songs of every project are.
Top songs of every project.
Yeah, the 5 projects that we named was the 5. MMT, Friends, Duchess Joint, Black, and Feeling Ain't Fair. And what? Yeah.
Okay, for me, from MMT's project, it was probably Patia Tank.
Yes.
Heavy.
From The Feeling Ain't Fair, I would probably have to go with Apana as well.
Heavy.
From Black, Man of the Year.
Heavy.
Alright, from Live, Love, Dance, Head Dutch. I gotta remember these tracks, yo.
Did you say Friends? Did you say any of Friends?
Probably Make Me Proud. I haven't gone to Friends yet.
Like TRK Adam on Live Love Dance was like, hey,
No, actually, that
Take
is probably
Off.
my favorite. Yeah, that's my favorite. What's it called?
Don't be surprised when you see me.
Yes. Don't be surprised when you see me fly.
Yeah, that's also
And
my
from Friends
favorite.
season 1. Okay, the track I've listened to the most is Fallen in Love with Tina.
Okay.
Or, what's the one with tags? What's it called?
Helele. That was.
Or Not Coming Back.
That one.
I'm not coming. All right.
Not coming.
By the way, TRK is an amazing artist.
He's safe. He's safe. He's safe.
He's one to watch or for 20.
No, he's there. He's not, we are no longer white. We are just looking at him.
Can't ignore him.
We he's
Just seeing him
he's heavy.
in the sphere there.
He's heavy.
What was your favorite track of Friends season 1, John? Reverb.
They're making me pick between my friends. I can't.
Artists always do that.
Can't do that.
choose my favorite kid.
Everyone always has a favorite song on
I
their
can't do it.
project.
I'd actually have to say it's Over and Over, not because everyone featured on the album, but I just generally loved that song.
Alright.
Gio, your tracks of the year? Let's hear 'em.
I've got no tracks of the year. Of those projects. Yeah, same thing for MMT. Patia Tanga. Feeling Ain't Fair. Was my drinks on Feeling Ain't Fair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The remix.
The remix, the original's on Morning Glory.
Allegedly.
Okay, well, my drinks. I don't know. Yeah, my drinks. What are the projects?
Of
Black.
course, he'd choose a
Black was.
about alcohol.
You can't choose the one that you're on.
What was that
Or
one?
supposedly on.
What?
Riding around this city, what?
What do you mean, supposedly?
That was him.
That was me.
Doesn't really say much.
Dog.
That's the art.
Respect the
No,
art.
was it? Oh, wait. Gio, it was also on that cypher.
Which one?
On Live, Love, Dance. Was it on Live,
The
Love,
I
Dance?
was on,
Cypher.
I was on,
Yeah,
a- I was
yeah.
on a lot of them.
Some of the corniest bars I ever heard in my life.
Listen. You have to go back in Showtime history to find heavy bars from Gio.
No, what's that video? There's a Gio
Which
that he shot in Cape Town with Subu and Juice in the back.
Subu?
Having a
Oh, that was Papa Day with Andre, the baddest R&B artist in the world.
Andre
The
Watts.
baddest R&B artist
Andre
you will ever.
G.
Why did he stop?
He hasn't stopped.
Did he get
is-
married?
coming
or something?
back.
He
He
got
is
married,
the
right?
heaviest.
He got married, but yeah, he's
Yeah.
He's the best R&B artist on this planet.
Is your wife holding back your
Showtime.
dreams?
No. His wife is helping him a lot. He is the best artist, R&B artist I know.
Okay, so you said from Black. What was your favorite?
From Black, yeah. With Courtney.
Please don't.
Please
Please don't leave.
No.
That was for me. That was the heaviest item.
No, that was a dope switch up.
That joint, yeah. And then from
Live, Love, Dance.
Live, love, dance. Live, love, dance. Hi.
What is that? Was that
Shout
officially
out
on the track? Was that official?
wasn't.
It wasn't.
The one capital K?
Yeah.
Was it?
Shout out to Capital K. That's my
What?
guy.
How did I miss that? I only caught it afterwards. I didn't know.
No, that was the heaviest track on that album. Shout out to Capital K, the baddest tag I know. Yeah.
Okay.
What else was there?
Oh, it was.
Reverb 7's album. Friends
Season
Season 1.
Season 1. No, what was my favorite?
I think it was The Journey.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
No, it wasn't. Just
Like,
I liked it though. I liked it though. There's a lot of things that I liked there because I was in the studio for a lot of those songs. So I don't need. Let me think. Any song with Courtney was my favorite song. Courtney is a beast. People need to understand that. What's that? Falling in Love. Yeah, Falling in Love. I guess is my best song.
Alright, dope. I think we can wrap it up now. That was a dope ass interview, man.
That was dope.
Once again, the two Broke Twimbos bringing you the quality.
If not the quantity that you desire. In terms of money, that is.
Yeah.
You guys, O25's project coming soon.
Fungai is
working on a project. Fungai is an amazing. Yeah. Who else?
Tags.
I don't like
Tags.
Fungai.
Because he's a ladies love that
I
guy.
hate it when he sings also.
No one ever looks at me when
But-
Fungai is around. I hate it so much.
No one looks at you, period.
Fungai is
That's true.
amazing, and his Fungai, Tags, Reverb, and O25 are the next people coming out. Yeah,
We're going to have to talk about Courtney and Tina.
Courtney and Tina.
We'll talk about it. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Hey, let's talk. We're here.
I know.
Let's end this interview now. I think it's in everyone's best interest to just shut up and end it down.
Alright. It's all good.
Shout out. Make some shout outs.
Yes, please.
Capital K. Shout out.
Keezy.
Andre.
Andre Chi.
Shout out to Andre. Tina and Courtney. Shout out to those people. Fungai, heaviest singer I know. Tags.
Yeah, Tags.
O25, my brother. Dutch. Amazing. Yeah.
Adiona.
Beautiful.
Phil Chad.
What up?
Shout out to you. Then that guy.
There's that guy, we see you.
See you.
Showtime,
Of course you see me right in front of you.
Are you guys having an interview with anyone else from Showtime?
We'll let you know.
Let's see. It depends how much you pass for this one.
Yeah, and anyway, I'd like to give some shout outs to some people I have not seen in a very long time. A big shout out to Benjamin Franklin.
Yeah. That's the guy with the dollar bill.
George Washington, that's my good friend. That one. I see him at least once every other day.
You did, you did that guy.
That's my guy.
The 50 cents.
It's late.
You did
Yo,
that
this is
guy.
two Broke Twimbos.
We out here.
Check you out.